Hi, good evening. This is your friend Han here. It is great to see you here tonight. And tonight I'm very excited because I'm able to get a six-figure internet marketer. His name is Mark Thompson. I'm sure you have heard his name before. To get on the cam with us to share some awesome list building technique with us. I mean, this dude has a huge list. So who gonna be a better person to learn from, right? And also gonna introduce another excellent product. The name of the product is a List Eruption version number 2, and I personally only List Eruption number 1. And when I look at the features and the upgrading Mark Thompson has done for this, I was blown away how cool this second version is. And it's gonna be one of those viral list building plugin that's really gonna build your list passively. Okay, so you're gonna learn what this thing can do for you at the end of the interview too, and have a short demo video for you. But most importantly right now is listen to what Mark Thompson has to say about building a list, why it's important to build having your list, and how do you build a list, and especially how do you build a list passively, because most of the people like me are building lists actively. I have to constantly find traffic to send to a squeeze page, but Mark Thompson has figured out a way to get it passively. Okay, so listen to this guy, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. And heck, he's six-figure internet marketer, right? So this is your friend Han, and enjoying the interview and also enjoying the little demo video afterwards too. Until next time, keep smiling, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han again. It is great to see you here this afternoon. And today I'm getting Mark Thomas on the interview again. I'm so excited. And he's going to teach us more about, how to passively build your list, how to virally build your list. And at the end of the interview, he's going to introduce to you another great plugin. I think it's actually version number 2 of his first version. And I'm just going to let him talk about it in doing the interview. For those who doesn't know who Mark Thomas is, he's a six-figure internet marketer here. So it's my pleasure to have him again. So before we get into that, let's kind of learn how Mark started with his internet career and what exactly did he do to achieve a level of success he has today. So Mark, could you take on the mic and share your unique internet marketing story with us?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me again. It's always awesome talking to you. So just really briefly, I started as an offline marketer. I was working for a few different agencies at the time, and I was helping clients build out their marketing campaigns, specifically search engine optimization and pay-per-click and a little bit of social media. But that's kind of how I learned the ropes, just doing things on the job. And I think that's one of the best ways to go about doing anything is actually taking action instead of, you can only learn theory so much instead of actually applying it. And I actually learned the other way. I started applying things that I didn't really know about and kind of learned on the job.
Yeah.
But I started with client work, and then I started my own offline business about 3 years ago. And then I've kind of made that transition over to full-blown online stuff. So I do a lot of product creation now, a lot of software, and a lot of affiliate marketing and webinars and stuff like that. So I always knew I wanted to kind of move away from client work, because even owning your own business, you're still working for the client. And so I figured, if I can show results for clients, why can't I do it for myself? And so that's really what my ultimate goal was, and that's kind of what I was able to achieve a few years ago. And like I said, just over the last few years, I've really focused more on building software targeted for marketers.
Yeah, you've built some awesome plugins, software in the past. Is all high quality stuff.
Thanks.
And I own quite a few of them myself. And so let's talk about list building and why. Let's talk about why it's so important to have a list. A lot of people just come to internet marketing right now. They focus on SEO, on building affiliate sites. But I think the one most important factor they forgot is simply put an option form on the site. So most people kind of are scared to build that list. They don't know how to write emails. Maybe English isn't their first language. But why is it so important to have a list, Mark?
Well, I mean, building a list, that really changed my life in terms of growing my business and making a substantial amount of money online. I mean, there's plenty of other ways you can make money online, but having an email list, just and I can, anyone who is successful online as an online entrepreneur or marketer will tell you that the money is definitely in the list. I'm sure you've heard that 1,000 times, and that's because it's true. And the reason it's true is because once you have that person's email information, you can start to build a relationship with them, and you can really promote anything that you want. As a vendor, you can promote your own products. You can send them to an affiliate offer. You can send them to a webinar. You can send them basically anywhere you want within the email. You can send, obviously a link. And so that's one thing that you can do that you have basically full control over, unlike something like Google, where you may be ranking for a good keyword and getting a lot of traffic, but then they flip the screws on you, and then overnight you lose that traffic. Yeah. And so it's a little bit more stable having a solid email list. And so anyone who makes serious money online has an email list, and if you focus on growing that list of responsive subscribers, the sky's the limit, and you can really expand your business a lot faster.
Yeah, I like to have lists as is because you basically control your traffic at any time if you want to set an offer in place, and also I think that's absolutely the best way to build that relationship in all kinds of communication channels. And because you can, what these friends do, they email each other about stuff. So if you become their friends and deliver values, they're going to feel connected with you. And that's one of the best way to actually build that relationship. So that's what I find why it's important to build a list.
Yeah.
Versus, if you just send organic traffic, paid traffic just one time, you never talk to the customer again, then there's no relationship there. And you just always have a hunting for traffic for the rest of your life. So
yeah.
And so one of the interesting that you do, obviously you know a whole bunch of different list building techniques, and you pretty much have a very sizable list here. And what I find interesting, you are able to build your list passively. Can you kind of share some of the technique you use and talk about general concept of that?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I first started building a list, I didn't really think much of it after getting the person's name and email address. I'd have a contact form on the side of my blog or wherever, and I'd get that person's contact information. It was great. They'd be on my list, but I wanted to try to figure out ways that I could almost allow my subscribers to build my list for me. And with the power of social media and kind of incentives and rewards and things like that, I was able to come up with a concept that did that. And basically, by offering them free content and incentives, it made them want to share the content that I was giving away to their friends. And as we know, regardless of what niche you're in, word of mouth marketing or referral marketing is the best type of marketing you can do, right? I mean, if you're looking for a plumber and you go to your friend and say, hey, do you know a good plumber in the area? Right. Well, you're going to listen to them and probably call them, as opposed to just going on Google and searching for a plumber. You don't really have that, that connection as you do with your friend. Yeah, you don't have that relationship. And so word of mouth marketing is so important, and it transitions over to online. And that's basically what we did with our List Eruption plugin, which we launched about 2 years ago. And the proof of concept is definitely there. I mean, I've been able to increase my subscriber rate by about 257% just because one subscriber can turn into 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 subscribers, because you're incentivizing them to share your content both on social media and through referral links, and you're giving them more added value along the way. So it's been a great kind of way for me to build my list, and it's been just something that's been on autopilot. So once you have a good viral campaign in place, it's put on autopilot, and it's not like you have to consistently drive traffic yourself.
Yeah. So the traditional way to build a list, you either have to pay for the traffic, or you have to swap with people,
right?
Or organic traffic. So you constantly have to feed the traffic to there. But the way you build it is like in having people already like your content, share with their friends, which is a very natural thing to do, especially on the website. On Facebook, people share the stuff they like and something funny stuff. So I actually own the first version. I really liked it, and I think the second version, which we're gonna get to, is gonna be even more powerful and more sexy in a way, you know.
Yep.
So I'm gonna come back to that. So why do you think this concept is you literally can grow your listing like exponentially? Why do you think this concept it works so well? I mean, and you even kind of document it in a kind of PDF file, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, like you said, people like sharing online. They like to share things that they find on Facebook, on Twitter, Google Plus, and you know, send off emails to their friends about stuff. So if you have good content, you just need to craft your landing pages and your thank you page after they opt in a specific way that entices them to want to share more. And so we've, you know, with the list eruption concept, it's almost like a game, whereas the more referrals they get, the more bonuses they can unlock, and the more you know, coupon codes or free content or PDFs or video training, whatever it is you want to give away, they can unlock. And so if you make it extremely easy for the person to share the content and you tell them, hey, you know, to do this, then they're much more likely to do it. Then instead of just sending them to a thank you page with, here's your download, you know, we give them all sorts of social sharing options and make it extremely easy for them to share the content that they just got.
Now, what do you see that works the best? Like, you give one free content in the front here, then incentive them to, you know, get referral here and then get another bonus. Do you have like several different level of bonus, maybe just getting better and better, or do you see just give one free content in the front and maybe have a kick-ass bonus as the incentive to get more people, refer more people to, so they can get points or whatever, like a game? What do you think works the best? How many gifts do you need to really entice them to drive more traffic and promote your list passively?
Well, I think in the beginning, on the first landing page, I like to give away something simple, something like an ebook or a PDF or a recorded webinar or something like that, where they can opt in. And then in order to incentivize people to share the content, I always like to try to give away something of even more value. So it could be a product that I created. It could be like a 5 or 10 part video series, which has more perceived value than, say, a PDF. And so if I can increase the perceived value of the incentives, they're much more likely to share with their friends because they want to get that bonus, right?
Right.
If you're an offline marketer, if, say, maybe you have a website, or you know, you could give away a promo code or a coupon code, and in order for them to unlock it, they need to share it with 5 of their friends. And so as the marketer or the business owner, I'm okay with giving away that type of maybe discounts or free stuff because they're sharing it with their friends, and it's only going to snowball. So, and especially as an online marketer, a lot of the products that we create are digital, so it's not like there's a lot of overhead to create, you know, clothes, or I don't have a lot of tangible costs.
Right. So, and I think the entire marketer should, both online and offline marketers should really take advantage of, it's just so cheap to operating online than, you know, just offline. Because, you know, you can digitally, creating a coupon doesn't really cost you that much money. So versus you have to print 500 postal card and sign out, that can be very, very expensive.
Yep.
And so, so once you get them into the list, so what do you do? How do you remind them to come back? You know, because people, you know, are forgetful. They sign up for a gift, maybe a couple of days later, they forget about it. So what do you do to keep reminding them, hey, you signed up for this gift, you only need maybe 5 more people, 5 more referrals to get this even better and awesome gift that you have?
Well, there's a few ways you can go about it. I mean, well, at least with List Eruption, you can integrate it with your email provider, of which you can set up an automated autoresponder to drip out, you know, maybe once a week or however often, just to remind them, you know, to go back to your thank you page, and you can see how many reminders or how many referrals you need to get your rewards. Or within List Eruption, we've added a feature where it can, each time that they hit a reward level, it sends them a message saying, hey, you reached your reward level, here is your free content. So there's a few different ways you can set it up in the back end of List Eruption.
And also the interesting questions I'm kind of like want to find out myself is how do you make it so fun? How do you make it like so interactive? How do you make it so that people actually are want to kind of like can't wait to promote your product or gift or anything?
Well, the foundation is going to be what content you're giving away.
Okay.
I mean, you can make it like a contest. You know, contests are always great. So the more referrals you have, the better chance you have of you know, winning a certain prize. So you could do something like that. We also have a built-in kind of auto selector or random selector inside of List Eruption where you can pick a random person's name and email address and make them the winner of a certain contest if that's something you want to do. But a few things that we added into List Eruption 2.0 is on your thank you page, you can have a video embedded, so you can actually talk to them and say, hey, you know, thank you for opting in. Here's your download. By the way, you know, you can earn these other rewards, and so you can either use a custom video, or we actually created a professional done-for-you video that tells them and walks them through the sequence of what they should do. So I mean, the video along with social media and kind of that gamification concept of being able to unlock certain rewards and badges and stuff like that. It's almost like with the mayor badge with who is it, with Foursquare. So Foursquare has like the more times that you check in, the person that has the most check-ins at a location will get the mayor status. So you could almost do something like that where the more referrals you have, you earn these types of badges or this type of status.
Yeah, because everybody want that higher status. It's not my nature. So, and so let's talk about this List Corruption. I think you call it List Corruption 2, or is it a reload?
List Eruption version 2. Yeah. Version
2. So let's talk about this software. Like, let's talk about what time you're going to launch. Obviously, we just mentioned the name here, and who's going to be really benefit for, and talk about some of the things that it was kind of majorly different between the version 1 and what kind of awesome stuff you put here, because I have a long list here I want to kind of share with us, and also talk about price point a little bit,
Sure.
On diamond sale, or talk about some of the OTOs that you have to offer as well.
Sure. Well, it goes live on May 9th, which is Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern. So that's when it goes live. We're going to do a 7-day kind of discounted sale. Normally it sells for $97 on ClickBank. That's what version 1 was selling for.
Right.
And so we're going to discount it about 70%, where we'll have 2 licenses. You'll have a single license and an unlimited license. So if you want to install it on unlimited domains, you can do so, or if you want to just install it on one domain, you can. It'll start at $17 for the single license and then $27 for the unlimited license. That'll be a dime sale, so every 10 sales it'll go up 10 cents. So obviously the people who take action right at 11 o'clock when we go live will be able to get it at the cheapest price. But we've really revamped the plugin from the ground up. Everything is different. The fundamentals are still there in terms of how it works, but we have a completely new user interface. We have different landing pages that are fully customizable, and the biggest feature that people were asking for was the ability to integrate with any autoresponder. So it can work with any autoresponder now, whereas with List Eruption version 1, I think it was integrating with 5 or 6 different autoresponders. So that's probably the biggest feature, but we've added so much more. I mean, you can integrate it with GoToWebinar, so if you want to create GoToWebinar pages, registration pages, you can do so. And then the templates, the landing page templates themselves are responsive, so they can fit on a desktop browser, they can fit on a mobile device, iPad, iPhones, and then even in a Facebook tab as well.
Mark, can you kind of quickly explain what is responsive? What's that mean? Because I think like a lot of people still don't understand what that means.
It means that the landing page can adapt to whatever browser size you have. So obviously, a desktop browser is larger than, say, an iPad or an iPhone,
right?
And so it knows what device you're looking at the landing page on, and it adapts. It shrinks it down, and it still makes it easy to look at the page. And so that's what all our landing page templates are responsive, and so that you can put them anywhere, or regardless of who is looking at the landing page, it's going to look fine in their browser or device that they're looking at it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And for those who kind of kind of maybe a little bit confused what all this is, don't worry about it, because we're going to show you a quick demo video right after the interview. Just watch that, you'll be kind of blown away how cool this thing is. Well, yeah, let's talk about the OTO a little bit.
Sure. There's two one-time offers. The first one is our developer license. So this is really meant for offliners, people who maybe work with clients and you want to install List Eruption on their site. You can do so with the developer license. So that's really what that's meant for. Okay. The second one-time offer is what we call our List Eruption Masterclass, and that's a brand new course that I put together. It's a 15-part video series where I walk you through all of my list building techniques, not only with List Eruption on how to maximize it, but other list building strategies, because there's so many ways to build a list. And obviously List Eruption is one of our preferred methods, but there's still other ways that you can go about doing it. And so I show lots of the different ways that I've used over the years to build my list. And so that's the first part. And then we also have what's called the reward vault. And so that's 250 PLR products that you can use to, you can put them in as rewards for your List Eruption campaigns. And so a lot of people may be saying, well, hey, I don't have lots of content or PDFs or products that I can give away. And so that's the second part of OTO2 is that reward vault. And that's great for anyone who needs content or products that they can put in as incentives to get people to subscribe and opt into their landing pages.
So the OTO2 is including the course plus the vault, right?
Yeah, it's the video training plus the reward vault. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, and Mark, I think I have all the questions I need to ask you here today. I'm just gonna give that gift out to my list that kind of show them exactly how you use this thing.
Yeah, so I put together a case study for your subscribers, and I think you're gonna make it available on that page. So it's a bonus for you guys. It basically shows how I was able to increase my email subscribers by 257%. Utilizing List Eruption and this kind of concept that we're talking about. So I walk you through the case study of how I actually did it and kind of the numbers that I was able to achieve.
Awesome. Thank you very much for that. I'm sure all my friends are going to love that.
Sure, you're welcome.
So before we leave here today, do you have any final words you'd like to share with my audience and all my friends?
Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling to become an online marketer, or you're just starting out, you need to be building a list, and it's so important. And that was the biggest mistake that I made when I first started, was I didn't build a list until 5 years into my career, and I wish I'm kicking myself for it. But once you start to build a list, the money will come. You'll start, and it's one of the fastest ways to make money online is by building a list, because you can shoot off an email and you can start making money like right away. So List Eruption is very simple to use. It is user friendly. You don't need to be a designer. You don't need to be a developer, and you need to be building landing pages and squeeze pages. And the templates that we provide you have been tested. We've used lots of different layouts and lots of different designs and different elements. And what we provide you within List Eruption will allow you to create high converting landing pages. And so by all means, start building the list from day one.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mark. And for those who are still with us right now, make sure you stay tuned, watching a very short demo video so you get how cool this is and how it's going to really benefit you. I am going to offer you guys some awesome bonuses again. And Mark, thank you so much for taking your busy time with us today and share some awesome content here. I guess I'll see you soon.
Sure, sounds good. Thanks, Han.
All right.
Hey guys, Mark Thompson here. Wanted to shoot a video just to show you more in-depth List Eruption 2.0 so you can see what it looks like on the back end as well as on the front end, and you can see how customizable this plugin is, and you really don't need to know any design or development skills. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. So what you're looking at right now is the main dashboard. This is where it's going to show you a list of all of your list building campaigns. And you could also see just kind of quick stats in terms of the number of people that have seen your landing page, and then also the number of leads or subscribers. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to start with a new campaign. And when I click on create new campaign, what you're going to notice there's two options. You have the viral option and the opt-in option. Now, if you're looking just to create really quick, kind of down and dirty landing pages that you just want to throw up in 30 seconds, you can use this opt-in option. But obviously the purpose of List Eruption is to grow your list through viral sharing. And so this is, I'm going to show you the more viral, I'm going to show you the viral campaign, which has a lot more features. But just know that if you do want to just create simple landing pages, you can also do so with the opt-in option. And so what you'll do is you'll give your campaign a name, and you'll click on create campaign. Now I've already had a campaign already created, so I'm going to show you this one, which is giveaway. Okay, and I'm going to click on edit here. And you're going to see the dashboard for this particular campaign. So again, you can see all the total views, subscribers, social shares. You can also break down who is sharing on what social media networks. Is it Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or Google+? You can see the breakdown of all these aggregated shares. You can also see all of the subscribers here that are getting imported into my email autoresponder. So I use Aweber, but List Eruption 2.0 can integrate with any autoresponder sequence now. And then you could also export this to CSV. For whatever reason, if you wanted to export it, you can easily export all of the subscribers within this campaign. Okay, so this is your dashboard. It's going to show you just kind of a high-level overview of how your campaign is doing. And then these other 4 buttons are where you go to customize the landing page. Okay, so the landing page is right here. You can have different, like a background or a specific color that you want the background to be, or you can upload your own custom background image. And so what you're looking at right here is the sample or landing page that we created for List Eruption 2.0. And you'll see that we added a background image, and every single element on this page can be customized. So you can change the color if you want a video or you don't want to have a video. Again, it's all responsive. So everything kind of, depending on the browser, it will adapt to whatever, whoever is looking at this landing page. So here are your background styles. We have a custom background image for this particular example, but you can use any background style. You could also have it stretch or have it repeat in the backgrounds. And then we have 2 different landing page styles. So there's the wide style and then the skinny style, just depending on your preference. And then also if you want your opt-in box to be in the center or the left or the right, you can have a shadow put on your opt-in box, and then the opt-in box color and style. So as you can see, everything on the landing page is customized here, and it's all just kind of point and click. Then if you want to have a logo, you can upload your logo, which will be shown right here. Okay, your headline, which just uses a normal WYSIWYG editor, is just it can put right here. Or if you don't want to have a headline, you don't have to, but that's what is shown right above the video. Okay, and then this is your thank you setting. So when someone opts in, that's the first thing they're going to see. It'll say thank you for signing up. Download, the report or whatever it is that you're giving away. Then you have what's called the hero call to action. So this is if you want to have a video, image, or just copy. And that basically is what's going to show up right here next to your opt-in form. And it's as simple as just copying, pasting the video code from YouTube or Vimeo, wherever you host your video or your image. That's what's going to be shown. Okay, then here's for your opt-in settings. So this is what's shown above the opt-in form. You can pick which fields you want to show or you want people to be submitting. Right now we're just using the name and email address. And then there's lots of different opt-in form styles. So what color you want the form to look, what icons, what color you want the button to be. All of that right here is customized. Okay, and then we have a spam section. So if you want to put something underneath the form saying, we don't spam you or sell your email address, that can help boost conversions as well. And that's just shown right here. Okay, so now that's everything for the landing page. Okay, it takes just a few minutes to set up. It does seem like a lot, but really it's very straightforward. And there is detailed videos inside the members area that walk through in more detail the landing page and how to configure your List Eruption landing page. Now, once you put in your information, I'm just going to do a quick test here. You'll click on download the free report. And as you can see here, this is the area where they download their free report. And this is the sharing area where I have a unique referral URL and I can share on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and LinkedIn. Now, I also created a custom thank you video, which will play, or you can use our done for you video. So if we click on rewards, you're going to see this is the PDF or whatever URL you want to give the person after they've opted in. Okay, so when I click on download report, this is the PDF that I put in, but it doesn't have to be a PDF. It can be a link to some videos. It can be whatever you want to give them. Okay, there's also a product image if you want to put that in there. There's a headline, a subheadline, and then the download button style. So again, all of this in this area. Here's the headline, the subheadline, and then the download report button and the image. All of this in this area is customizable. And then you have your sharing, which is going to be this section here. So here's the title, here's the description, and then the video. So you can choose between the done for you video or the customized video, which you just put in your video embed code again, and it will show there. Here's your share copy. If you want to activate Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+, for whatever reason, if you want to disable any of them, you can do so. And then your reward offer. So based on the number of people that they've referred, they can unlock the rewards. So if all you need to do is click on edit reward, I just turn on that unlock. And we have all these gamification badges. So they can unlock these badges as they acquire more referrals and reach certain reward levels. You can have reward badge. You can have a custom reward badge if you want to, or you can use one of our badges. You have the headline, you have the subheadline, the number of points that are needed or referrals to unlock a particular reward, and then the reward URL. So as you can see here, they can see all the different rewards that we have set up in this campaign and the number of rewards referrals that they need and how many more they need to unlock. So as they send out their unique referral URL and they're sharing it on the social media outlets, they'll start to notice that as more subscribers come in, they'll see how many points they need to unlock all the different bonuses that you're giving away. Okay. They can also earn extra points for liking on Facebook and following on Twitter. So, but here, as you can see, you can have up to 6 different reward levels within List Eruption 2.0. And then here are the extra points. So we give you these badges, or you can have a custom Facebook badge, but they can, again, like you on Facebook. You can say how many points that will earn you, and then same thing with Twitter, how many points they can earn for liking or for following you on Twitter. And then you have just some color and aesthetics for all the different lock buttons and download buttons and all the aesthetics that show up here. You can totally customize that based on your brand. And then it's just the integration. So this is where you copy and paste your autoresponder opt-in code, and it will map the fields based on your opt-in code. Go to webinar. If you want to create a webinar registration page, all you need to do is put in your GoToMeeting registration URL, and it will automatically sign them up for that particular webinar. Postmark app, this is something that we had included on version 1.0, but you can integrate with Postmark, which is an email deliverability service. So you can use their API, and you can send out reminders and unlock email. So once they unlock a reward, they automatically get sent an email saying you've unlocked this reward. Here's your URL to download your bonus content. Okay, so very cool. And then if you're a designer or a developer, you can add your own custom CSS or JavaScript. So this is for more advanced users, but you do have the ability to add in any custom CSS or JavaScript. If you're a marketer, like most of you guys are, you may want to add in the Google Analytics script so you can track on Google Analytics. But of course, we have our own tracking built in to List Eruption as well. And then just your custom settings. So you have, your copy settings. So you have your SEO settings, which also serve as your social sharing options. So when someone clicks on this, the tweet button or the recommend on Facebook or any of these buttons, it will have that pre-populated message. Okay, then this is just your download area. So all of these areas here are customized. So you could have it say something other than what we're saying here with step 1, step 2. All of this text on this page is customized. Okay. Then this is the number of points needed to unlock certain rewards. This is the copy that's included. So this is all of this reward copy. So reward locked, 5 points to unlock. All of that is, again, customized within List Eruption. And then your footer, you can put in anything you want in your footer. If you want to be an affiliate of List Eruption, you can put your affiliate link in the footer, and it will credit you and pay you for anyone that purchases through your affiliate link. So again, guys, as you can see, this is it's very powerful. We walk you through everything, so it's very simple. So even someone who is brand new to building a list can use this. It's, again, very powerful, and it leverages word of mouth marketing, which is, of course, the most powerful type of marketing you can do. Okay. One other thing I want to show you: you can preview the landing page at any time. We also have some supporting documents that you can look at. So as you can see, guys, you can create as many of these campaigns as you want to, and they're very, very easy to manage, all within this List Eruption dashboard. So we highly recommend that you guys get your copy, and we look forward to seeing you guys inside the members area, where we have more detailed videos, and you'll be able to download the plugin and start using it. All right, guys, we'll see you on the inside.